Hello! We just came back from watching the live-action Disney's Aladdin, and we have actually a special guest this time. Instead of Mom or me doing this all by myself, it's my nephew, Christian.
Hello, Internet!
I think this is the first official time we've ever shown you on camera.
Probably.
I know you had a seldom-used channel of your own.
I do, but I care less not to do a shameless plug. It's crap anyway.
Yeah, but it is possible, don't quote me on it, if he feels like it, he may start putting stuff up on this channel someday under his label Amalite Sound.
If so, keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, and you don't have to look at me, Christian. You can look at the camera if you actually want. Okay, fine, whatever. At least, or I guess looking at the camera can be unprofessional. Depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Whatever.
Anyway.
Aladdin. Right off the bat, before we go into any, spoiler territory, I personally liked it.
Oh, I did too.
This was, like most of the, pretty much all of the live-action takes of the Disney classics, it is a different experience. But not, this time it wasn't much of a different experience. It was just a slightly different take on the same story, of course. They didn't change too much, but they changed enough to make it its own animal.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I liked it. I'll get into some particular things that they changed that I really liked later. But, do you want to talk about it a little bit, or do you want me...
Well, if I talk about it, I am going to get to spoiler territory, so...
Well, you can go ahead and do that anytime.
I can do that anytime?
Whenever we decide to, we can do that anytime.
Okay, then I will say, in the original, the sidekick to Jafar, before he got swallowed up, was kind of useless anyway, so I was kind of glad that he was silent in the beginning. Because...
Oh, yeah, Kasim, or whatever the heck his name was.
Yeah, he was more of a background.
The guy who got completely killed by the Cave of Wonders.
Yes. He was more background anyway, so that was fine.
One thing I liked about this one is they established Jafar had been picking dregs out of the city for a long time. And this was just another failure.
Yes.
And he even told one of his assistants, "You keep bringing me the rough, but none of them are diamonds." And, because only one may enter here.
Right.
He whose worth lies far within the diamond in the rough. And there's your phone.
Yeah, I forgot to take that out. Oh, well.
Or you can get up real quick while I could talk about this other section.
That's true.
And get rid of it.
That's true.
Yeah. He's got that phone with the Kingdom Hearts save ringtone, but it's blowing up. Anyway. One thing I really liked that they changed was the mythological rules of the genie, in the sense that, mythologically speaking, genies were bound by Allah because they were a very powerful race, and they did something wrong, and God himself went, "No, now you serve humans." Well, there's only one real way. What I appreciate was there's only one real way to free a genie, realistically. I don't expect that to stay shut unless really. There you go. Anyway.
Sorry about that.
But there's only one way to actually free a genie without actually going against the will of God. And that would be, you're human now. So the final wish to free Genie turned Genie into a human. And I appreciate that from a mythological standpoint.
Yeah, I think it was a lot better than the original, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, granted, that opened up for sequels and a series and all that other stuff. But if you wanted that, you watch the original.
Exactly.
They did that already.
Exactly.
This was going to be a one-shot adventure with the live-action take, so might as well stick to the mythology a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were going to say other stuff now, or
Well, if we're going in spoiler territory.
we already have.
Okie
We
dokie.
established that.
Established Genie yet?
Well, not really. I just talked about him doing the whole freedom and becoming human thing. So
Okay, then let's talk about Will Smith's performance.
let's do that.
Alright. Will Smith as Genie.
Well, first off, he's not Robin Williams. Do not expect him to be Robin Williams.
Oh, please, dear God, no.
He is Will Smith as a genie.
Yes.
Granted, there was plenty of comedic elements that are Robin Williams-esque, but it's Will Smith's humor. It really kind of is.
Yeah.
And,
Which, by the way, if Robin Williams was probably watching this film, he'd probably appreciate what Will Smith did.
it's certainly different, but I think he would be proud, yes. I think he did a really good job, Will Smith.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he did.
And I gotta talk about the ending.
Hey, we're spoiler territory, go ahead.
I gotta talk about how in this one, Aladdin takes what he knows, what he finds out about Jafar, to come up with the trick that gets Jafar to make his final wish and make him become a genie and trap himself. Because throughout the entire thing, Jafar's motivation is, he wants more. No power is enough for him. He fought his way up, tricked his way up to being second behind the Sultan himself. He was always just second best. He just became an obsession.
A thing that they probably explored in the original, but I don't think they fully,
They really didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they didn't really hammer it.
Jafar was in the animated was the mustache twirling, over the top melodramatic villain.
Yeah.
That's the slime ball. They did it that way intentionally in the animated, and that was fine for the animated movie. He's a different Jafar. He's a Jafar that makes sense. This is a charismatic, not terribly bad looking individual.
By all means.
It makes sense that he could have fought his way to where he is. He just happens to be evil and scheming and a little slimeballish, but that comes out of his personality, not out of his appearance or anything like that.
Yes.
And they exchanged some lines in the movie. It's like in the song, One Jump.
Mm-hmm.
They changed a couple lines to take away violent aspects, or you didn't see them violent aspects in the visual. But they toned all across the movie. They toned a lot of the very clear violent stuff that was in the animated down.
Oh, very much.
And they like in the opening song, where they had the original line, Arabian Nights. They had the original line, where they'll cut off your nose if they don't like your face. Well, they changed that, and but they replaced it with a lot of the feminism, girl power stuff. They added some of that in the movie. Like, Jasmine doesn't just want to wed who she wants to wed. She actually thinks she knows what is best for her people.
But is forced to keep quiet.
Is forced to keep quiet, is forced to... It's like these foreign princes will come in, marry her, and they become sultan, and they know nothing about her own land. They have no ability, they wouldn't be able to properly rule these people, to care for these people, because they don't know them. And also, marry who you want to marry.
Yeah.
And so she actually hopes to be the first female sultan. And a change of the script a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, I was a little cringy about that, and then the more more they played it out, the more I was like, okay, all right. It doesn't immediately grate at me like a lot of the forced stuff I'm used to seeing nowadays. It felt better than that. And it did come through in the end. Her father did eventually hold over the, it was like hand over the rings, like, you'll be Sultan after me. And as Sultan, you can change the rules any way you want, the law any way you want. So you can change that law and marry whoever you want.
However, Aladdin, the original, did stay at the palace. I love that he escaped.
Yeah.
It shows his character. It really does.
Another interesting fact about Jafar, another thing they did add in this, I actually appreciated. They established that he kind of started, apparently in this, he kind of started where Aladdin was. Because they showed his thieving abilities to be on par with Aladdin's. He actually like swiped something from him earlier on to show that I was where you were. And there was a line from Jafar I actually appreciated. Steal an apple, a man is a thief. Steal a kingdom, a man is a statesman.
Yeah.
I was like, that is a nice line from someone who is using political power. I appreciate that. As that's where it's just like, the only difference between you and me is ambition.
Yes.
So I did appreciate that. I've been talking quite a bit. You want to say anything else, or?
Well...
I know you had a lot of opinions walking out about the music.
Yeah, a little bit, but to back up on the ending...
Yeah?
Where Jafar pretty much got played... while you were saying that, I was about to chime in and just be like, to quote DJ Khaled, congratulations, you played yourself.
He did play himself, though. He really did.
He really did.
And actually, in the movie, Will Smith's genie, during the introduction with Aladdin, trying to explain how genies work, actually explained this whole thing because he usually deals with people like Jafar.
Yes.
It's like, all right, who's the guy? Who's the man? Who's your boss? Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like, there's always the guy. And it's like, the guy, he always wishes, what you usually get is wishes for great money and power. And, you know,
all this other stuff.
You don't want to drink from that cup because you will never be satisfied. There's no amount of wealth and power to quench that thirst.
Which, again, Aladdin used to confront Jafar.
That wound up being exactly how Jafar played himself, yes.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I really, really enjoyed this movie, and I think if you can get past the CGI effects, which you really should, they're not that bad. I even thought they were good.
Yeah.
But
of all the live action Disney movies, I say this one trumped Jungle Book.
And I loved Jungle Book.
Yeah, I did too, honestly.
It was a heck of a lot of fun.
Oh,
I had a lot of fun coming out of that theater.
If anything, Will Smith carried this movie.
Not that the other actors were terrible.
Oh, no, but comedy-wise, Will Smith carried this movie.
Will Smith was pretty good, yeah. The other actors were fine, and,
yeah, actor that played Jasmine did her part. Aladdin was a real good acrobatic.
Oh, he was parkour genius.
He was parkour
genius. Probably a
genius.
stunt person, but still, even if it wasn't, that was great parkour.
It was, yes. Definitely showed off the acrobatics.
Yeah, there was a scene they added where, you know, they just introduced the Prince Ali, but then that night they have this huge elaborate dance. Yeah, this whole party.
And of course Aladdin's just kind of like, what do I do?
He's awkward as all heck. Genie helps him out. But that's what I'm getting at is, one thing I really appreciate was the authentic Hindu and Arabic dancing during that scene. I was like, those were actual legitimate dance moves that were happening in that scene, and I do appreciate the authenticity. Even though Agrabah is a fictional city,
It's still based in Egypt.
well, it's still based in a fictionalized Arabia.
That too.
That's not Egypt at all.
Oh, well.
But you know, the Middle East. And even showed maps
Yeah.
with a bunch of other not real cities and kingdoms.
Which, honestly, the interaction with the map and Genie actually liked a lot better than when they were just sitting below the balcony. When they were having that little talk.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole map thing was interesting. He was communicating with Aladdin through a map for a short period of time.
Yeah, he literally, I think he drew Disney's castle and
He drew the Magic Kingdom with Fantasyland, Adventureland, and all this other stuff on the map.
which was great.
When Aladdin was trying to go like, okay, where is Ababwa? Where is the kingdom I'm supposedly from? I need to show her on this map. She has maps.
And then he wrapped around a ribbon, be yourself, instead of straight out saying it. And he was just like, okay, you know what? Right there.
Yeah, it's there.
It's there.
How'd I miss that? But yeah. And instead of being as bombastic as Robin Williams' Genie was about Tell Her the Truth, Will Smith's Genie was kind of taking it in a more wisdom approach. It's like,
I
what?
thought he was
It's like,
doing it
what?
in a more...
A more wisdom like. It's like, are you going to lie to her forever?
I thought it was going to be more of like a father figure, like, really?
Well, that's what I kind of meant. It's like using kind of a wisdom way. He was like, you think you're going to be able to keep it up just lying to her forever? Yeah, just... And instead of just like, tell her the truth! Like Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Carpet was fine.
Carpet was great.
Carpet was fine. Abu was fine.
Abu was great.
Iago, played by Alan Tudyk, was interesting. He mostly acted like a parrot, with just occasional spoken words that just make it so, okay, you are an enchanted parrot, because you are a little bit more intelligent than a parrot should be. But apart from that, still just a parrot.
Which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Not a bad direction.
But
Did we talk about the songs?
yeah, go ahead and talk about the songs. I don't think I've got much else.
Okay, so opening title, it extended, but it's all right for the movie standard. It's okay. I'm okay with that. And of course, lyrical structure changed and all that just to pad out the credits, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I was okay with this. What was the next song? One Jump?
I think that might have been the next one they did.
Yeah, One Jump. One Jump was alright. A little bit of auto-tune, but it's fine. It did its thing.
It defines its own tune.
That's true, yeah.
It's like, there's a different performance, so it's like, if you compare them side by side, they're not going to sound right. One of them is going to sound wrong, depending on which one you heard first.
That's true. That's true. However, visually wise, I'm glad no one got spiked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just glad no one got spiked.
Yeah.
By a fat guy.
Right. The fat guy bet a nails trick. That was interesting in the animated.
That was very interesting in the animated. Also, I also feel attacked when someone pulls a sword out of my throat. Especially in a fast fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, so One Jump was okay.
Before we move on to any other songs, I just remembered something. Speaking of One Jump, it's like, I think it was before or after. It was before One Jump. Because, but they had Princess Jasmine show up in the marketplace earlier than in the animated.
Yes.
And she took bread to feed these, orphan kids.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they're like, are you going to pay for that? And I'm like, pay? And she grabbed her wrist like in the animated, but it was because she had this ornate bracelet to that he was going to take as payment, which is a lot less violent than the actual than the animated, which was going to follow ancient Arabic law, and we caught a thief, we're gonna cut off her hand.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that about the animated. It was kind of dark.
A little bit.
Anyway, but beyond that.
Anyway, so we got those two. The only one I did not like was the new song that they put in for Jasmine. Only because I think it didn't need to be there.
It was superfluous.
It was.
They added it specifically to add more songs.
Yeah.
And it built on the whole girl power feminism thing.
It did.
I didn't mind it the second time.
The second song...
The reprise when it was a full song, I actually liked it enough then. The first time she did it, it felt forced and like really out of place.
I am a person that goes... I'm a person that follows the saying, what is it? Speak, don't tell? Or no, show, don't tell. There we go.
It is a visual medium, so showing, not telling is usually best.
Yes. You can literally take out the audio of that scene alone and get the same emotion. It
Pretty
did
much.
not need that song. However, the second time where where you see the guards disappear and she's walking through the palace seeing all these people disappear as she's singing, that's fine.
It's in her own head.
It is in her own head.
It even flashes back at the end of the song and she's where she was.
Which, it's fine. I'm okay with that. That part's okay. First time, though, it could have been cut.
The first one, yeah. But you know, Broadway songwriters have to get paid.
That's true.
So
that's true.
We got to make the most out of this new song.
Yeah, fair. Okay, now Cave and Wonders, the iconic song that I forgot the name to is escaping me.
Friend like me.
There we go. But anyway, so that one, I love that Will Smith actually did a fake out. Because he started out at the beginning and all you got was Abu dressed in, magically transformed into one of those, like, marching monkeys that had the symbols.
And that was providing, like, the music.
Yeah, that was providing the music for the first time. He said, like, the first few lines and he was just like, hang on a second. Drum set, let's get the full thing going.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
He even started over.
Yeah.
It was like, no, we can do the song better.
Yeah, we can totally do the song better. And what I liked lyrically, because there was a lyrical change. Genie knew Aladdin's name in the first one. This one, he doesn't know his name, so he just kind of like, whatever you are.
He didn't remember it yet, so he was like, so whatever your name is.
Yeah, whatever your name is, and then of course...
Mr. Whoever your name is.
Right. And then Mr. Aladdin. Right. So that part I liked. Prince Ali.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciated while in the Cave of Wonders, you were able to step on the treasure without triggering it as saying, oh, you touched the forbidden treasure. In this one, it's like, he like accidentally kicked it and slipped on it and stuff like that, but he wasn't purposely trying to take it, so it didn't count. I appreciated that.
Yeah, I admired the Cave of Wonders' own unorganizable thing. It's just kind of like, oh, they're stepping on it, that's fine.
There's treasure everywhere.
Yeah, there's treasure everywhere.
But it was meant to tempt, so there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, Prince Ali. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, so they got out of the Cave of Wonders. By the way, that sleight of hand, but the rule change to the genie I actually did like, where they had to rub the lamp.
Oh, in order for the wishes to count, first off, you do have to say, I wish. But you'll have to be holding and rubbing the lamp at the time for it to count. So you couldn't just casually, I wish you'd shut up.
Yeah.
It wouldn't count.
Yeah, it wouldn't count. But anyway, Prince Ali, arguably my favorite song. It did not disappoint.
It was a huge bombastic parade, like it was.
One thing that I actually did catch though, and it kinda it didn't turn me off like completely, but it kind of did. They use the original audio when they're saying he's generous, so generous.
Several of the responses from the crowd seemed to be the original audio from the animated.
Yeah, I only caught that one though, but like I said, it didn't turn me off completely, but it was just kind of like, could have, but it's whatever. It works. It still fits.
Yeah. Overall, I still had a whole lot of fun, and I recommend you seeing it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people already have. I also figure a lot of people on the internet have already decided beforehand they weren't going to like it, so they were going to tear this movie a new one.
Kind of self-included.
You thought you weren't going to like it?
I thought I wasn't going to like it.
But at least you were open enough that allowed you to change your mind.
Heck yes. I was going just to see Will Smith's performance on this, and I got more than what I bargained.
It's like, I went in with an shaky ground, but an open mind, and I wasn't disappointed. So.
Yes, it was indeed a diamond in the rough.
Oh, nice. I like it. So, my recommendation, go see live-action Aladdin. I enjoyed it. Maybe it will be your wish come true.
I like that one, too.
You're welcome. And, unless there's anything else for you, Christian, I'm about done.
I'm good, too.
Well, in that case, until next time, stay tuned.